What to do, YouTube? MJM for life here, back again, bringing you another video. This video is just in the background. This is against a Kenshi player that I had a match against. In this video I'm going to talk about where Mileena stands in as far as the tier amongst the other characters as tier list goes, in my opinion. Just going to preface that with that this is my opinion. You may feel differently, but I'm going to go with the facts that I know. So Mileena, let's talk about her things good about her. Her EX, or her enhanced ball roll hits overhead. That pretty much saves this character in my opinion. Her forward 4 has great distance. It's comboable safely and all of that. What else? She does some decent damage. The normal setup is like 5 or 6 hits for 20% damage. That's pretty good. And if you go with the advanced setup with the EX teleport, with the teleport kick into teleport kick into mid-air side, I think it does like 5% extra damage. So 25% damage. That's pretty decent. And then in her other variation, not just talking about Ethereal, the other one, the piercing, she actually has a bit better normals in that variation. But overall, she's got some okay tools to use. So now let's talk about the cons. Mileena's biggest con is that she needs meter to use a good overhead. Her forward 3 overhead is the slowest overhead in the game. It's over half a second long. It's 33 frames on startup. It's just incredibly slow. And if you're paying attention, you should never ever get hit by it. And so basically against Mileena, all you have to do is block low and react to the overheads, and then watch out for grabs. That's really it. As you're gonna see, I beat this guy pretty easily the first match. The second match, he's going to adapt and adjust, and just like the last match with the Sub-Zero player, Mileena has a hard time opening up opponents who block low. As you can see here, the beginning of the match got caught off, but as you can see, all he's gonna do is he's gonna block low and react to my overheads. That's pretty much how he's gonna beat me in this second match. Spoiler alert. But yeah, so Mileena, she doesn't have the same tools that she had in Mortal Kombat 9. She had that split kick overhead that you could actually combo into itself, and and it was a much faster overhead. That's what Mileena's biggest issue is, that her forward 3 is just incredibly slow. Like if that was a 14 frame overhead or something like that, she would be really good. Another weakness about Mileena is that her moves are relatively slow. I think her fastest move startup is like 10 frames, which is slow considering characters like Raiden has like a 5 frame normal. Liu Kang has like a 6 frame normal. Even Kung Jin has 7 and a 9 frame normal. So even Kung Jin is faster. Has faster normals than Mileena. Mileena's low pokes are pretty fast. Decently fast. But her normal, but if they just block low, they can deal with those. So it's just she's a lot slower than you would expect her to be as far as her normal moves. That's kind of frustrating. With all that said, I think that Mileena has decent damage. She has a good forward 4 that's comboable. She has overhead, the enhanced ball roll, which hits overhead, which kind of saves her negatives. She's relatively slow. She has really no overheads to block to open up the opponent without meter. Without meter, she's completely dead. But then again, most characters are in this game, but Mileena especially, because she has no way to open up the opponent except just walking up and grabbing them. So those are the pros and the cons, and I think overall Mileena's probably, unfortunately, she's on the lower tier of the characters. I'd say she's low tier. Now that's not to say that you can't win with her. Because especially if people don't know how to play against her, she can dominate. As in the last video I had with the Sub-Zero, you can see when she gets on a roll and she has meter, she can do a lot of damage. But this guy here, he did a great job that second game of blocking low and reacting to overheads. Then he's got the nice X-ray combo here. But yeah, that's pretty much, that was his game plan going into game 2, was block low and react to overheads, and he pretty much. He did pretty well in that second game. He was able to shut me out. So as you can see, that's the strategy against any Mileena. Just block low and react to the overheads, and then just make sure if they get too close, if they start to walk up and grab you, just low poke them out of that, and you should be pretty much to beat any Mileena. You know, so I'd say she's low tier because of that. She doesn't have the great mix-up tools that a lot of these characters have. She doesn't have an overhead low string. She doesn't have a a low, low into overhead, or she doesn't have an overhead that isn't over half a second long. So and another thing of weakness about Mileena is that all of her strings are extremely unsafe. If her overhead string, especially the 4-3, was it 2-3? That's extremely unsafe. Her 4-3, 4-4 with that ends in a low. That's extremely unsafe and very, you can see it coming. That's the problem is you can see it coming more than other characters who have lows or overheads got 10, 14, 16 frames. Her overhead is twice the time of all the average character's overhead, which sometimes even in more cases over twice the time that it takes to start up for Mileena. So that all those things kind of put her at a disadvantage. She does have an advantage where against characters that like zone because especially in her piercing variation, she's got that low side. She's got the teleport kick that instantly puts you in in front of the opponent and is an attack. She's got tools. Not to say that she's a bad character, but she's got tools. But just compared to other characters like Liu Kang, Kano, Quan Chi, Aaron Black, Ermac, those type of clearly top tier characters, she just doesn't have enough. And which is very unfortunate because I love the Ethereal variation, especially because I feel like the Ethereal variation got shafted, because it lacks those normals. I feel like the normals that she had in her piercing variation should also be in this variation because she still has the size. So I don't know why she lost those normals. But anyway, that's it for this video, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed. Feel free to leave a comment and tell me what you think about Mileena as far as her tier list standings. But that's going to do it again, as I said before. Don't forget to rate, comment, subscribe, all the other good stuff, and I'm out of here. Oh, by the way, next video I'm going to be in the lab with another character, so be on the lookout for that. Again, rate, comment, subscribe. I'm out of here. Deuces.